world-class leaders. You feel uplifted in their presence, even as they enter the room. They radiate dynamic energy. It's fascinating to watch them connect with every person in the room, to feel the energy fill the space. You want to be around them. You want to get to know them. They have something so attractive, you want it. These leaders grasp the human code. They connect with clarity of focus. They hold a higher perspective. They possess insight. They love leadership. These are essential for leaders who want to shift gears, but you will not learn it through an exam. It must be sparked within you. I know because it was evoked within me, and I watched my team move from struggling performance to international role models. I will tell you all about it. But first, back to the foundations of the love of leadership. This story from 40 years ago will spur you to take the sometimes long journey we leaders need to take from the head to the heart. For leaders who are just learning about human energy, it's normal for this to feel awkward, as our heads have been making the decisions for us most of our life, and it can be challenging to loosen the grip. Come with me and let it unfold. The day I met leadership. I walked ever so slowly, like a bride down the aisle, holding my Smurf tote bag in front of me, like flowers, worrying where I was meant to put it. I spotted bags hanging on hooks and nervously headed in that direction, my mind already wondering what my next step from there would be. It was my first day of school, which happened twice. My family moved suburbs mid-year, so I had to start again at another school. I arrived that morning with my mum, new uniform and shiny brown sandals, brown socks to match, which was enough to cope with. I remember the teacher telling me to go on inside the class while she spoke to my mum. I still remember the nerves, the stress, and feeling like I would throw up. Imagine no one playing with me and walking around the school on my own during playtime, as the other children would already have their friendship groups established. The uncertainty was heavy for 6-year-old me. And then in swept the biggest smile I have ever seen. Her eyes under her glasses smiled bigger than her mouth. And with one very fast sentence, she said, "Hello, I'm Helen. That's not where you put your bag. You put it over there." And she pointed to the other side of the room. "You're going to sit here with me," showing me to an empty seat. "The teacher told me we have a new person coming today, and I'm going to look after you." 40 years on, I remember her voice, her words, her eyes, her warmth. Helen was my stress reliever. She brought me out of my head of worry with a smile, and she radiated certainty that she would look after me. To this day, my mother still recalls Helen. "Remember Helen with the beautiful smile?" she often says. Helen also took away my mother's fear of what moving her children to another school would do. On this day, I met leadership. On this day, I met love. I could not language it that way at the age of 6. However, it felt warm, safe, and certain. Helen allowed me to feel the power of love in leadership in a moment I needed it most. A moment she found to swoop in and say, "I've got you. Welcome. You're a part of our team. We're so glad you arrived." Helen was able to see me and meet me where I was at. Helen could also see she was the one with the gift to make people feel welcome.